Knowledge justifies authority,
The KJA Global Channel.
lighting up the world one mind at a time.
Series 7.
Rights in action.
Building the system that protects them.
Freedom must be designed.
Episode 122.
Transitional justice, truth, repair, and the refusal to repeat.
When a nation emerges from years of atrocity or tyranny, it faces an agonizing choice.
Bury the past to keep the peace, or face it to build something better. Which path actually leads to lasting freedom, and why? This episode addresses one of the hardest tasks any society ever undertakes. Rebuilding after mass injustice, after authoritarian rule, armed conflict, or systemic abuse. The book offers a framework called Transitional Justice, built to help wounded nations confront their past in a way that restores dignity and prevents repetition.
It is difficult, painful work, but skipping it almost guarantees the wound will reopen. Let us understand its pillars.
First, the 4 pillars that hold transitional justice together. The framework rests on 4 interdependent commitments. Truth.
Establishing an honest, public record of what was done so that abuses cannot be denied, minimized, or forgotten.
Justice. Holding those responsible to account through fair processes, so that grave wrongs do not pass in silence and impunity. Reparations.
Providing redress to those who were harmed, both material, through compensation and restored livelihoods, and symbolic, through acknowledgement and apology, and guarantees of non-recurrence.
Reforming the institutions and conditions that allowed the abuses, so the same horrors cannot happen again. The mechanism is balance.
Each pillar is incomplete alone. Truth without justice can feel like impunity. Justice without truth can feel like vengeance.
But together, they let a society confront its past honestly and move beyond it. Second, the work of repair and memory in practice. These pillars become real through concrete means. Truth is pursued through independent truth-seeking bodies and public hearings where survivors are finally heard. And through the careful recovery and preservation of records, justice proceeds through fair trials of those most responsible, and through the vetting of institutions to remove those complicit from positions of power. Reparation comes through both individual redress and collective rebuilding, and through symbolic acts. Public apology, days of remembrance, memorials, and non-recurrence is secured through reform of the security forces, the courts, and other institutions, and crucially through honest education and memory.
So the next generation learns what happened and why it must never return.
This last point matters most. A society that remembers its wounds truthfully is far less likely to inflict them again, while one that buries them leaves the poison in the ground.
You can see the difference between facing the past and burying it.
One society, after great injustice,
Chooses confrontation with compassion.
it documents the truth,
Holds the worst offenders accountable. Repairs what it can for the harmed. Reforms the institutions that failed. And teaches its history honestly.
painful as it is. It drains the poison and builds a foundation of trust.
Another society chooses to move on without reckoning.
Abuses unspoken, perpetrators untouched, victims unacknowledged.
Institutions unreformed. On the surface there is calm.
But beneath it, grievances fester.
Impunity signals that abuse pays.
And the same patterns wait to return. Buried injustice does not heal. It incubates. This matters because how a society treats its past determines whether it has a just future. The wounds of mass injustice,
The unacknowledged debt, the unpunished cruelty, the unrepaired loss.
do not simply fade with time.
Left buried.
They pass to the next generation as inherited grievance and unlearned danger.
The book's profound insight is that confronting the past is not dwelling on it, but disarming it.
That truth, accountability, repair, and reform are how a society lays down the weight of its history,
So it can carry something better forward.
There is no shortcut around the reckoning that does not eventually lead back to it.
Here is the tool. Whenever society debates whether to face or forget a painful past, weigh the choice against the four pillars.
Is there honest truth,
Fair accountability, real repair, and genuine reform to prevent recurrence?
a reckoning that includes all four,
Pursued with both justice and compassion,
drains the poison and builds trust.
a peace that skips them only postpones the reckoning and risks repetition.
Facing the past honestly is not the enemy of healing.
It is its precondition.